Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the benefits of using foresight instead of having to learn from hindsight all the time. Do you tend to having to go through hindsight and to go through trial and error all the time in order to learn and to adjust things? Or do you use your foresight more often, where you can think certain things through, where you can plan ahead, where you can mitigate the risks and where you can learn from other people's experiences? See, if you use your hindsight and the feedback of failure in order to, change your strategies and change your plans, then that comes usually with a lot of pain, right? And that pain might lead you to a point where you're like, I don't want this anymore. It's too painful. I just give up. Chances that you give up are far greater if you learn only from hindsight and go through trial and error a lot. Whereas if you use your foresight, it's the more efficient way because you can mitigate the risks and you are prepared to for whatever has happened. So let's say if you are, for example, planning on a big project, whatever the project is, and you are able to think the things through that could happen, that could come in your way, the obstacles, and you come up with strategies on how to deal with those. You don't even have to, be anxious anymore, and it doesn't stress you out even if that happens, even if that failure happens, because you know what to do next and you are prepared. And so there is a saying that for every hour that you put in planning and strategizing, you save 3 up to, some people say, 10 hours of execution. See, imagine you have a big project like Elon Musk is trying to get us to Mars. You need to have foresight. You need to mitigate the risks. You can't just go and, let's just try it out and see what happens, So why don't you take the time to also, whatever projects you have going on in any of the areas of your life, and sit down and think it through, really create a plan, mitigate the risks that there are, and try to come up with strategies, even if that thing happens, that failure happens. And when you do that, you're not only lowering your stress levels, you also will be more efficient in achieving it. You will need to use less resources and you increase the chances of succeeding actually. So try to, whenever you have a project or even a very important decision that you need to make, try to weigh the pros and cons, try to think things through, and just take the time to plan it out. And I'm sure it will be worth it, and you will thank yourself afterwards for doing it.